have to make drastic measures to change this now. Despite the efforts made by the school districts across the United States, bullying still exists and is still dramatically affecting the children of our nation. The question at hand is what can we do as parents, adults, community members to fix this problem? In the state of Texas, via the Texas Education Code, it states that schools in Texas prohibit any form of bullying anywhere on district property, regardless if it's at school, at the stadiums, basketball games, locker rooms, wherever on district property. It mandates that the school district provide programs to prevent bullying, and it allows parents and guardians of the tortured children to request a transfer for them to be pulled out of their classrooms, out of their schools, and transferred somewhere else. My question is why do these laws force the victims to request a transfer out of their schools or their classrooms? There must be provisions set in these codes that hold the violators criminally liable for their actions, just as the codes do for hazing. We must demand that Congress passes laws or makes new requirements to reverse the effects of bullying on the students that are being verbally and physically abused. We must make our voices be heard so that our nation's leaders realize that our children that have become victims need intensive therapy and rehabilitation after their attacks. But how are we going to achieve this? That's the main question that everyone is asking. The only way to make this possible is by making our public schools liable for the cost of such treatments. With this financial burden, it will give them more initiative to create stronger programs, as well as enforce harsher punishments against the attackers. In some cases, criminal charges are now being filed against the attackers, yet this is still not alleviating the problem. I have a PowerPoint presentation that I would like to show you. This is Jared High. He committed suicide at the age of 13 from bullying. He is from Ohio. This is April Hines. She was 13 years old when she committed suicide due to girl-on-girl bullying. This is Brandon Swartwood. He was 17 and he was physically bullied because of his shape and size of his body, because he was a scrawny kid. This is Corrine Wilson. She committed suicide at the age of 13. This again was a case on girl-on-girl bullying. This is Jeffrey Johnston, and he committed suicide at 14 because everyone tormented him and he was not able to fit into any particular group. This last child was Christina Calco, and she was bullied because at one point in time in her life she was too chubby. She didn't fit in, and she started taking drugs, lost weight, and chose to commit suicide. Excuse me. I lost my place. Okay. All these children that I've just showed you chose to take the easy way out. This last child is my son, right here. This is him. I had to make the most horrible, painstaking decision any parent could have to make. I had to take him and put him in a psychiatric treatment facility because of the bullying that he has endured here in school for the past 5 years. In order to stop this, we have to stand together. We have to stop this in their tracks. We have to become advocates. We have to speak to the schools. We have to speak to our superintendents, our school districts, our senators, whoever we have to go to. I am living this fight, and This is one reason why I'm coming to community members. I will be going to different locations to let y'all know that this is my personal fight, as well as I'm trying to get other community members to advocate against childhood bullying. Thank you very much.